Hi everyone, in today's lesson, I will give you some more examples of solving log equations. And for the yellow box, these are the questions for today's homework. So in this video, I will talk about exercise 7b, question 27, 29, and 33. Okay, so let's start with question 27. So in this question, we have log 2x equals to log 4x minus 5 minus 1. Okay, and for the first step of this question, I will move the log 4x minus 5 to the left hand side so that we have log 2x minus log 4x minus 5 equals to negative 1. Then we can see that it is a type 3 question. Okay, as there is only log on the one side. Afterwards, we can combine log 2x and log 4x minus 5 by the property of log A minus log B. And therefore we have log 2x over 4x minus 5 equals to negative 1. Afterwards, we can convert the log function by 10 to the power negative 1. And finally, we do the cross multiplication so that we have 20x equals to 4x minus 5 and finally x is equals to negative 5 over 16. Okay, but be careful when we input this number back into the original equation, okay, using your calculator, then we know that it is a math error. And therefore, we have to reject this number. And finally, that means this is not a reasonable answer. Then we have made a conclusion that there are no solutions. So now let's take a look of question 29. 3 log x minus log y equals to 1. As we can see, it is a type 3 question, as there is only log function on one of the side. Okay, so before we do the grouping, grouping the log, we have to do one more step. That is, we have to put the 3 in front of the log x back to the power, so that we have log x cubed minus log y equals to 1. So afterwards, we can group the log x cubed minus log y by the property of log A minus log B, so that it will become log x cubed over y equals to 1. And then we can convert the log function again. X cubed over y equals to 10 to the power 1. That is 10. And finally, x cubed equals to 10y. But the question said we have to express y in terms of x. So that means we have to put y to be the subject, and we have to deal with the 10 in front of the y by the division so that it will put under x cubed. And this is the final answer. Y is equals to x cubed over 10. So let's take a look of question 33. 5 to the power x plus 2 equals to 2 times 7 to the power x. So as we can see, it is a type 2 question. As there are no logs on both sides. And in this kind of question, our technique is taking log on both sides. Okay, so that we have log 5 to the power x plus 2 equals to log 2 times 7 to the power x. Okay, so first we will deal with the right hand side by the property of log a plus log b equals to log ab. And we will separate the 2 times 7 to the power x into log 2 plus log 7 to the power x. And for the left hand side, we just keep it. Afterwards, I will deal with the power. Okay, and I will put these powers back, okay, in front of the log. So for the left hand side, it will become x plus 2 times log 5. And for the right hand side, it is log 2 plus x log 7. Okay, and then as we can see, there are some terms that is related to x, okay, while some terms that is without any x. That means we have to do a further simplification on the left hand side by separating the brackets so that it will become x log 5 plus 2 log 5. And then for the terms that with x, I will put them on one side, okay, while some terms without x, I will put them on another side so that it will become x log 5 minus x log 7. While for the right hand side, it will become log 2 minus 2 log 5. Again, in this step, I'm just doing the grouping. And then, by taking out the common factor x, it will become x times log 5 minus log 7 and afterwards we can calculate the value of x by putting the log 5 minus log 7 to the right hand side using division. And afterwards, we can calculate the value using the calculator. And the final answer is 7.51, correct to 3 significant figure. So for the remaining time, you can do the questions, do the homework,